Shalom. All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to you, brother, and hopefully elect, pushing his word and truth and sincerity. Back with another article here on basically Mardi Gras being canceled down here in New Orleans. So, and people were really in an uproar about that. People really don't like that because, Mardi Gras is like the biggest event down here. Okay. So I'm going to read through this. It says, all New Orleans bars closed for Mardi Gras. Access restricted to major streets under new rules. And right there, that's the mayor to the right, and to the left is the police chief or police superintendent, whatever they call him down here. This is published on the 5th. Well, updated on the 5th, too. And it says, bars will be closed. People will have to access Salakia. People will have to pass through checkpoints to get to major carnival gathering spots like Bourbon and Frenchman streets. Those are like the two most famous streets down here. And there will be a heavy police presence patrolling the city as part of a sweeping plan unveiled Friday for the days leading up to Mardi Gras. With city officials focused on preventing another surge in Crown Royal 19 cases, some of the most quintessential elements of Mardi Gras and the city itself will be off limits. Go cups are banned as a mass revelry in the French Quarter, so you can't even go to the bars and get a drink to go anymore. Not at least down there during this time. The North Claiborne Avenue median under Interstate 10 will be fenced in to prevent crowds and street parties as well. And those are actually very big gathering spots down there too. The restrictions announced by Mayor Latoya Cantrell mark a dramatic turn for an administration that has largely used scalding and appeals to prevent violations of Crown Royal 19 rules. Carnival parades and balls were canceled in December. Since then, requests that residents and tourists use their best judgment to stay safe have generally prevailed. But in recent weeks, amid growing outrage over large and largely maskless crowds, the tone from public officials began to shift. So because people kept gathering in large crowds and then not using masks, they call them super spreader events. When you have like these major events come or take place. Alright, the strict new rules were met with a mix of resignation and anger by bar and restaurant staff who said they felt the rug had been pulled out from under them less than 2 weeks before Fat Tuesday. Because at first, they were allowing these, to go on, but then they literally changed their mind and told them, hey, and shut all of it down. But reflecting back on last year's Mardi Gras, a super spreader event that contributed to the virus's heavy toll in New Orleans, Cantrell said she would rather be accused of doing too much rather than too little. I think we were all hopeful that we could strike the necessary balance of having a safe Mardi Gras and a fun Mardi Gras as well, but given these new restraints, recent large crowds in the quarter, and the potential for even larger crowds this weekend and the weekend as we move into Mardi Gras, it has become very apparent that it is hard to do. Which is common sense to tell you that. You can tell people all day, wear a mask, practice social distance, don't get too close, all that stuff. Man, once these people get drunk, get a little alcohol, liquor in their system. I ain't worried about nothing, none of that. You gotta remember, because it's all about having fun. You know, it's all shits and giggles. You know, and bullshit and games. You know, till shit really hit the fan. All right. The city's plan will begin with stepped up enforcement of existing rules, with place limits, which place limits on occupancy and prohibit bars from serving patrons indoors. The added restrictions will kick in on Friday, February 12th, and run through Fat Tuesday on February 16th. They require all of the city's bars, including those with conditional restaurant permit, to shut down completely. See that? They require the bars to shut down completely. Retail liquor sales in the French Quarter will be banned, and restaurants will be prohibited from serving Go Cups. Pedestrians will be prohibited from hanging out on Bourbon, Frenchman, Decatur, and North Claiborne, all traditional carnival spots, with police setting up checkpoints and barricades at intersections. Only people heading to and from their homes, hotels, restaurants, or shops will be allowed through, according to New Orleans Police Department Superintendent Sean Ferguson. To further block off Claiborne, a fence will be erected under Interstate 10. Police will be instructed to break up crowds, issuing tickets, or making arrests if necessary. Businesses flouting the rules will be shut down on the spot, according to officials. City Hall has done little over the course of the pandemic to enforce rules on bars and gatherings, issuing a handful of temporary closures to businesses that have flouted the regulations and regularly breaking up groups of revelers. It says, but on Friday, permitting the code enforcement chief Peter Bowen warned that the city was aware of businesses that were in violation and will be cracking down if they didn't change their ways. Your selfishness continues to threaten the delicate ecosystem that is our hospitality industry. You are directly responsible for the deaths of New Orleans, Bowen said. Okay, let's see. Check this out. It says on Friday, the businesses replaced the Pride, Mardi Gras, and American flags hanging from their balconies with white flags, indicating they surrendered to the mayor. Boy, these people gotta stop it, man. It says Local 718, a restaurant and bar that opened on Bourbon Street late last year, plans to be open but was ratcheting down expectations on Friday. Alright. I'm just saying if anything else is good to get out this article. There was another one. So like y'all gonna trying to find this other article I had. because it gave like the times. Okay, well, oh here, well, I can't see it all the way. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Okay, here it is. The Crown Royal restrictions in place. Friday, February 12th through February 16th. Says bars close indoor and outdoor citywide. So that's, it's a citywide. So that's throughout the whole city. No sales of to-go drinks. No sales of packaged liquor in the French Quarter. And no pedestrians or vehicles on Bourbon, Frenchman, and Decatur from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. except residents, employees, hotel guests, restaurant, and retail goers. Then it says no pedestrians under the Claiborne Bridge. Yeah, I was just looking for that there. So just kind of going into some of those restrictions. I want to catch a scripture. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 7. It says, the new wine warneth, Salaki, the new wine mourneth, and the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets, the ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song. See that? Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. They looking for that alcohol, looking for that drink to enjoy themselves. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. You see that? And that's what's happening here, coming Mardi Gras season, which is the party season. But not only that, but it's just a precursor to what's coming to American Babylon the Great. Okay, the joy is darkened. It ain't gonna be no more wine, no more fun. That mirth is gonna be gone. Okay, so that was just a quick article on that I want to bring out. Hope you edified. Shalom.